Hi YouTube, this is my first vlog, so I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Emily, and I was diagnosed with PCOS about 3 weeks ago, so I just wanted to share my story because I found so much help and support through watching other women share their stories on YouTube, and I guess thought maybe I could help someone else out by sharing my story. So, PCOS. Ever since I was in my teens, I guess, I have had pretty regular cycles. I mean, they were long cycles, sometimes ranging like 35, 36 days. Every once in a blue moon, I would skip a period, like I think I've maybe skipped 2 in my entire life. So when I found out that I had PCOS, it wasn't something that I was like suspecting or thought that I had PCOS. Although in retrospect, it makes sense because I do have a lot of symptoms from PCOS. Acne, for example, is one. I never really had acne most of my life until I turned 19. And typically you're supposed to get acne with the hormonal changes when you're like 14, 15, start growing and changing. But that never happened to me. Instead, I started getting pretty severe acne when I was 19, up until I was in about halfway through my 20th year. And it went away for a little while, and then recently, like in the past 6-7 months, it came back with a bit of a vengeance, like just deep, cystic, painful acne that just didn't respond very well to any kind of topical treatments or anything like that. And so that's one symptom I had, I guess. I guess the biggest red flag for me was about a month ago, so beginning of August. I was on vacation with my partner and we were visiting my parents. We had met up with them in Montreal, and I was so excited. We were going to go to this music festival with my younger sister. It was going to be a great time, so we went to the festival for a couple days and it was great. But then on the third day, out of nowhere, I started getting really dizzy to the point that I couldn't walk. I had to lay down. I felt really shaky. I just knew that something wasn't quite right. Before that, like a year and a half ago, I had started getting this sort of like pelvic pain, and it was especially bad every time, sometimes when I had sex in like positions that were a little bit deeper. Sorry, I know that's TMI, but it was always on the left side, and it was never like a huge deal, but it was just kind of there, and kind of intermittent pain. It was sort of like pinching or stabbing, and I never really thought anything of it until I went to the doctor about a month ago, I guess, and I just mentioned to her that I had this pain. And so, I made a pelvic exam, she did a pap smear, and she ordered some ultrasounds. And when the ultrasounds came back, unfortunately, they saw that my ovaries had that sort of like classic string of pearls of cysts around the edges of them. They also had ordered some blood work and determined that I was insulin resistant, which was kind of devastating to me because I still love sweet food. I have a huge sweet tooth and I eat sugary foods a lot, which probably was part of the problem. I have a family history of diabetes on both sides, that kind of thing, so I guess really I should have been a little more cautious. But I have always had normal weight. I'm 5'4", I'm 125 pounds. Like I'm pretty active. I teach dance lessons and stuff, so it never occurred to me that what I was eating was really a problem. So yeah, and I was devastated because although, I don't want to have kids right now, I'm 22 years old, I don't have kids at this very moment, my partner and I were just not ready. But it made me really upset to think that I might not be able to, or that it might be really difficult, and knowing that there's an increased risk of miscarriages was just so upsetting to me. And I felt very alone with the diagnosis because it seemed like everyone I talked to felt uncomfortable with the topic. And so it made me feel like I was making them uncomfortable by talking to them about it. Even my partner, although he was trying to be really supportive, I felt like he didn't quite understand. And so I did feel very alone, which is when I came to YouTube and found all these wonderful other PCOS bloggers, and it was great to hear their stories and stuff. So, since my diagnosis, I have changed my diet completely. I'm eating a lot of really low glycemic index foods, and I can get into that a little bit more in a future video if you guys want to see like what I eat and what I have for snacks, what my breakfasts are and stuff. I have lost a little bit of weight since changing my diet, probably about 3 or 4 pounds. But after a few days, I really stopped craving those really sweet kinds of foods and stuff. So I am pretty happy with the changes that I've made. And I hope I can help you guys with some suggestions and stuff in terms of what to eat. So yeah, that's pretty much my PCOS story. And if you guys have any other questions, I'd be happy to answer them, or if you want any tips for snacks or recipes, anything like that, I'm happy to help as well. I should also mention that another really useful resource I found when I was trying to just like cope with the news of this diagnosis was the Soul Sisters, sisters with like a CUISTERS forum online, just a really supportive group of women, and it's kind of comforting to know that there are other people out there experiencing the same thing as you, who might have the same specific symptoms as you, that kind of thing. Oh yeah, another symptom that I forgot to mention, TMI, but every once in a while I would get like hairs in my chest area. Not very many, but it would just be like one lone hair somewhere out of the blue. So obviously I didn't have like more intense hirsutism, is that what it's called? I know I'm saying that wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, I didn't have it more intensely, but thinking back, there were signs that I probably was suffering from the hormone imbalance caused by PCOS. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to post some more videos in the future. Thanks, and have a good day. Bye-bye.